Hi everyone, Schoolhouse Intuitive. Thank you so much for being here. Let's get started. This is a reading for the Libra collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, any placement of Libra really. You could be cross-watching too, but this is going to focus on money, career, fortune, wealth, destiny, all of that. Let's see what we have for you. Projects in general, resources in general. Remember, time is also a resource, energy in general. So we'll use Oracle and Tarot. What do we have? The decks I use are in the description. This one. Judgment, card 14. So it's soul searching, will bring inner peace to many areas of your life. Some of you are probably here because you're trying to make some sort of judgment call or decision regarding your career or just the direction you want your life to go in. Life purpose, even. What else do we have for Libra Collective? Also, you will be getting a bonus reading on my second channel, Mantic Mystic Messages. So Libra will get a bonus June reading, and that will post tomorrow afternoon there at Mantic Mystic Messages. Okay, I read for all signs there, and sometimes it's Libra's turn and it's your turn. So this week you get so many readings. Let's see, what do we have for Libra? Oh, this one. Okay, I'm hearing something too about a disguise. If you're disguising something or someone else is disguising. And when I say I hear, I mean that I'm clairaudient. I do channel throughout the reading, and so a lot of that's going to be me getting messages that I hear that you don't hear. So, but card 20, marriage. You're attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. But as I was saying, is I'm getting something about disguise. So either it can actually also be the skies. So the skies or disguise. Okay. So someone could be wearing a mask, concealing something. You could be. Let's see what else we have. You'll know if it's your message. Only take what resonates. It's a general reading. It's not personal. And also remember, I'm not authorized to give any sort of professional advice, legal, career, finances, or otherwise. Okay, thank you. All right, you have unicorn, card 33. And that's it for the announcements, I promise. Okay. So you have success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are all available to you if you just believe. If only it could be that simple, right? I know a lot of us have been believing for some time and we're waiting to see, something actually come to fruition. But just keep working on it. Do what you can to bring that in. Let's see what else we have. Sun, card 30. Open your heart to the enormous growth ahead. All right. So there's a big focus with our June readings, I feel, about like leaning into and looking in the direction of whatever your sun in your life is. What gives you joy? What gives you energy? It's almost like you can't go wrong looking for the positive, So yeah, just having that like a sunny outlook, having the optimism. All right, let's see what else we can do. We can get. Let's see. All right, this is the Out of Hand Tarot deck 2022, and it's by Jamie Sawyer. I found it on Etsy. Had it a while, actually. They have a pocket-sized version now, I think. I don't know if you can get the full-size one, but pocket size would be cool. All right. Whoa. Oh my goodness, this came out in a pre-shuffle. You have the Star card, and then that's what came out in the pre-shuffle, and you have the Queen of Pentacles. What an incredible way to start a reading when it comes to fortune and finances and what your next steps might be. The Star card, Aquarius energy. This is hope, promises, rebuilding, healing. What is it you're hoping to achieve? And we also have, I heard the skies. Could have been disguise, could be the skies, can be both actually. But there it is. There's the sky. So maybe some of you are really connecting to the sky in some way, or really feeling much more connected to the cosmos, or you will be. And we have the Queen of Pentacles here, and as you can see, this person is able to create something. This is a creative energy. This is a home kind of energy, like homey, there's fertility here with the rabbit. There's also this, it's like, being like sort of, when I say home, it's like domestication kind of, tending to domestic matters. So it can be sort of a nurturing energy too. It is linked to prosperity and whatever you consider your pentacles to be. So this is awesome. The two of these coming out as a pair, starting off your career reading, your money reading. And let's see, let's get these up here on a stand so we can be reminded of this. So pentacles are any of your resources, really, like anything in the 3D, well, it doesn't have to be in the 3D. It can be on this realm, though. So it could even be time, resources, any kind, energy. Yeah. So where are you putting your energy as far as your creation, your skills, your talents? Where should you maybe? And that could be part of what this judgment is in the marriage. It's like, where do you want to attract more fulfillment in your life? What area of your life are you working on? And maybe you are soul searching to some degree and trying to bring in some sort of peace and harmony and balance and maybe even more structure into your life. What else do we have for the Libra collective? I'm hearing the sky's the limit. And it's interesting because now I'm being brought back to sky. So maybe sky, Skylar even, but there's a skyline that could be in a name. It could be your name. It could be someone you know, but there's definitely the word sky is important. Maybe you saw something cool in the sky just now, or you will, but there's something about even maybe look to the stars. Also, there's an intuitive message too about looking to those who you consider a mentor or a star. So that can be too, like who do you look up to? Is there anyone? Maybe that's what's been difficult, is you don't really have like role models or something for what you want to do. Maybe you're actually trailblazing. And I will get cards for entrepreneurs as well. Let's see. And any of this could pertain to entrepreneurship. So judgment. 3 of Wands. I'm hearing something about like hitching a wagon. So like, what is it that you want to connect to, sign up for? Where do you want to go next? And some of you, it's, some of you are actually counting the days to something. Either you're looking forward to it or you're not, but there's like something planned. There is something scheduled that's coming up. Maybe you're wondering if you should actually go or not. Because, I have this person, this could even be looked at as an invitation of some kind, but there's the Page of Pentacles. So there is some sort of, it could be an invitation to learn something new or to spend some time on something. It could be about creating, but I also get something being kind of tucked away. So you may, again, I'm getting almost this sort of like masking of feelings or concealing something. Maybe you're doing some sort of move or shift and you're not announcing it. That could be too. Maybe you're getting even in some sort of commitment. It doesn't have to be wedding type marriage, but and you're not like necessarily telling anyone that you've committed to something. But I am getting something almost like a little hesitancy here with this Page of Pentacles. You could be getting news too regarding anything to do with your pentacles. So it could be your wealth, your health, anything to do with your ambition. And for some of you, I get that you're craving this new adventure with the 3 of Wands and the Page of Pentacles. And you could be going out on a new adventure. 3 of Wands going outside of your comfort zone. Page is, they're the novice of the deck. So they're the youth of the deck. So let's see what else we have for you. Let's check in on the marriage card here. You're attracting emotional fulfillment and unconditional love. You may be trying to get an appointment or scheduling something. I'm getting drawn back to that kind of energy. I get like you're going to get in, but you might have to be on a cancellation list or something. It could have to do with your foot or orthopedics in some way. Or just like a specialist. Let's see, what else do we have here? I'm getting a name like Warner. All right, let's see, what do we have? Page of Cups. So there's another page. All right. So I get for some of you too, you're cutting out the excess, even though this doesn't have to do with necessarily cutting out excess. But the Page of Cups, there's a little fish in their cup here. And that fish, fish can symbolize abundance. I feel like you have the start of some sort of something that could be rather abundant. There's sort of like the first indication of it. So it can have to do with, looking through like a childlike eyes, looking at the world with this, again, this inner child kind of optimism here. So make sure you're taking time for for yourself to come out and play too, having some fun there. And on the card, I'll give you a better look at it. We have a little turtle, or sorry, tortoise, actually, a tortoise. And it looks like they just got this fish and they moved it from the bag to the cup. There's also a little like fire engine truck type thing, a little robot on the shelf, a piggy bank, a taxi, and a panda. So if you look at that, amazing illustrations, I just have to say, like, incredible. This is one of my favorite decks. That's why I don't use it a lot, believe it or not. It's because it's one of my favorites, and I don't think I can get another copy. So shout out to Jamie Sawyer. And all right, let's see. It's kind of like you're making a small step in the right direction with that Page of Cups, and it's like it's yeah, like who are your role models? Do you have anybody to look up to? Is there someone even from childhood you're reconnecting with, such as a relative? It doesn't have to be romantic. This is not meant to be some sort of romantic reading. What do we have? Oswald, Esmeralda. I'm hearing names. And you have the Hanged One. So there we are, suspended in air, maybe waiting for some news, waiting for something. You've put maybe a small even investment, even if it's your time or some thoughts or a little bit of resources otherwise, into something. And I'm getting, for some of you, you are waiting for some sort of result. There's a looks like a fan and a light, and the light's not on. Normally you see the light on when it comes to the Hanged Man. It's sort of like the halo of light around their head. And I just feel like for some of you, you could be right now making a decision still. So it's some sort of pause that could feel like, again, suspended is the word I'm getting. Like you're suspended in some sort of, you could have actually found out someone just got their license suspended or something like that. But that's kind of a randomly specific. But this is about some sort of shift in perspective in order to sort of reassess your priorities. All right, let's see what else we have. It's like a necessary pause. The Two of Swords fell a little bit out of camera. It did fall in the upright though. And you have, like, arms crossed, pencils and pens crossed. It's sort of, again, it's like you're starting something and then maybe something, a message or something comes in. This is Libra energy, by the way. Something comes in, and just as you were about to like put some pen to paper, you might get this this little bit of something that gives you, again, pause. All right, something that there could be something too that you're like a mess you're cleaning up, or something that you're going over, you're reviewing, you're cleaning something out or up, even cleaning it out or up. I'm getting something about cleaning up a spill. So either you literally just spilled something, or someone's going to spill the beans, or you're cleaning up after somebody else, and you're cleaning up their messes, either at work or on the home front or something. But I am getting that like cleaning up, like kind of cleaning up some sort of mess or something being spilled out. Maybe it could even feel like an emotional sort of like pressurized environment where things are emotionally charged. That could be something too. And I'm getting a name that starts with a J, like Jennifer, Jasper, Julian. So that's coming in. All right, let's see what else we have. I'm getting something about like putting a deposit on something. And if you should, I'm also getting someone cleaning out like a storage area. Okay. So I'm getting a lot of channeled messages. So if that's not what you're into, then this might not be your reading. But I do get those randomly specific messages and they seem random. And then I call your name or mention what you're currently doing. And it's like, oh, that was maybe this message is for me. So little patience might be required. All right. So, the Two of Swords, it's like making that decision. Often they have the blindfold on, and it's really, and you'll notice they did include on this deck the moon, which is in the traditional Two of Swords, and remember, tune into that intuition of yours. Okay, Libra, and it literally has the moon next to Libra symbol. So also you may wonder if you should unblock somebody, if you should unblock someone. I don't know. That's up to you. That's part of that judgment call. Or if you should block someone, you should block or unblock. All right, let's see what else we have for you. It could be just, again, it's that waiting energy, but like being ready to go. You could be going back and forth on this decision, like a seesaw and kind of energy. Wow, what else? Okay, so there is big growth. Wow, these cards are like, are you holding back with something? Because I'm getting a lot of, I can feel it in the energy of the cards. It's kind of like going round and round with something. It almost like, are you talking yourself out of it? Like you get excited for something and then you kind of go back and forth. I'm getting like that energy is going to be a little more like balanced. Like you're going to actually be able to make some sort of decision. It can be connected to these pages too. Something coming in, imagination, or you get some sort of news or message that could take you in a whole new direction. But it could also kind of the saying like be the icing on the cake for something. I'm almost getting like last straw energy, but also a fresh start. So it's very interesting because I'm reading for so many people right now, thousands, right? So let's see. What else do we have? They're talking about, I'm hearing my guides are mentioning something about motorcycle helmet. So either you have a connection to motorcycles or it's something about like protect your head. You maybe even protect your mental status, like protect that now. Take precautionary measures. You're definitely encouraged to take precautionary measures because, again, you might be new at something too and not have all the information. You may not, I think for something you do not have enough information to go on quite yet. All right, so let's see what else we have. Six of Swords, but here this person is, they're filling out some actually, they're figuring out, looks like a baggage claim. You can see their bags on the conveyor belt there. They're at the airport, maybe. They have their passport ready. I'm getting the name Janice. Remember, I was getting a J name. I'm getting like Janice or Jeanette or something, or Jenny. So, passport ready to go. There's a ticket. It says "getting out of here" on the passport, and flying. Okay, so flying overseas is what I'm getting to on this card. Flying overseas. The Six of Swords, generally it's the people in the boat, and it's like woman, child, man rowing the boat across to calmer waters is sort of the implication there. And I am getting some of you actually may literally need to like get into a calmer space. Or you could be traveling, or it's like deciding. It's Aquarius energy on that card. All right, what else do we have? There's building something. All right, what else do we have? I don't know if it's like motorcycle week or if you went to one or something, but I am getting like a lot of motorcycles together. So, all right, and we have the Emperor. Wow. And this is what's coming underneath the sun. Open the heart to the enormous growth ahead. And you have Aries energy here, the Emperor. And this is someone, look at their fist. You could be dealing with somebody who's very Emperor-like and who's trying to like get you to sign on that line. Or you could be seeking someone's stamp of approval. But then you may be going back and questioning yourself and saying, you know what, I don't need anybody's approval. So I'm getting that too. I'm getting the word or the name foster. So there could be something, you could be even adopting something or someone. There's this energy of again, that structure leading to sunshine. So this new something you're doing warrants a celebration too, is what I'm picking up on. Let's see what else we have. We're going to get so many more details, obviously. Okay, what else do we have? Aries can be that ultimate entrepreneur. They're really good visionaries. Very a lot of passion. They have all the energy of all the kings. This is strategic planning. Could be father figure energy. Okay, could be. Okay, you have 5 of swords, so some sort of, again, strategy is needed here. So, um, interesting. Like, it's like there's frustration in this card coming up, having to do something just so. You could be finding something very rigid. Like, again, Aquarius energy here, but you could be finding that something's just a little too bossy even. So you're dealing maybe with this very bossy energy. I also get too that you're taking charge. You're taking matters into your own hands with whatever this is. There's a real sense of like ownership over something, like taking accountability. You could be counting or filling something out, filling something in. Maybe you need to get a refill on something. Okay, what else do we have? All right. I'm getting something about calming down inflammation. So something physically or emotionally could be bothersome or inflamed at this time. A remedy for that. Okay. You have death card here, transformation. Okay. So there's someone holding what looks to be like an urn. It looks like a skeleton holding an urn here. And this is what's clarifying that, almost like, making that judgment call over, what is it that you're ready to transform. You're transforming something. Okay. This is about change. This is about endings. So saying goodbye, is in order here, possibly for someone. So this could be about, closing a chapter. And while we might mourn the loss or the change, and we might not like change, this is, needing to this ending needing to happen to reveal new opportunities and give you those steps forward. So this ending, it's sort of like, it's the inevitable. So something inevitably is closing, ending, changing, so that you can have that sun, that emperor energy. And let's see what else we have. Scorpio energy with that. In it to win it. Okay. Some of you may be adopting that sort of attitude of like, I'm in it to win it. I'm like, it's almost like failure is not an option for me. That's what it feels like. This energy of not compromising too. I get this sort of, you're being more strategic and structured and disciplined in something. So it's almost like done compromising. Interesting. Wow. Yeah. What else do we have? Okay. What else? All right. Okay. You have the 3 of Pentacles. So there is a card of collaboration, of teamwork here, but I'm getting, with this, it's kind of like, even something you plan out, and I'm getting someone who's like following all the rules, and then what? Let's see. You're following all the rules. Justice here. Yeah, there's something here about following rules and regulations here. Justice card, because I was hearing and kind of seeing, getting that vibe off this card, and then what do I pull? The Justice card. I mean, that's your energy, and this is something, if something is just, if it's balanced, it can have to do with legal things in general. maybe a legal plan, something planned out, written out, even, because I do have it with the Three of Pentacles. And I feel like, with Justice card, it's again a decision. You may be someone may want to negotiate with you. Okay, so it's important to realize that the truth is the truth, and sometimes you know what you know, and that has to be enough. Like it's like you have to almost be like having your own. You have to have your own set of rules and regulations for something. It's not necessarily going to be popular with the group either. Okay. And this could be something that needs to be settled, or there's a settlement reached. Okay. But I'm getting that you're not giving in. You'll see this person is the Libra and their hands are folded, and it's like, look at their body language. It's like, no, I'm not. And then there's the crossed body language on that Two of Swords as well. It's like, as much as, yeah, you want to maybe be part of the group or work with the team, sometimes that's not, we can't, but it's like, sometimes it is better to do it that way. I get this sort of energy too, where like you're delegating tasks. You're not necessarily, you may come to a realization that maybe having help on a certain area or in a certain area is a good idea. Like, say you want to start your own business, but like the technology part, like setting up the website or whatever, that's just not your strength maybe. So maybe you get someone to help you like one time or something with that, or you get someone to like look it over for you. Because I mean, fair, there's definitely an element here of wanting to, something needs to be fair, but it's like, if someone's not pulling their weight, what's the point of being on a team, right? So maybe some of you are dealing with some sort of situation like that. I'm getting that there are a lot of moving parts or pieces to something, and it's just focus on the one step at a time here. It's good to have an overall plan, like for example, a business plan, but then have like weekly goals, monthly goals, as far as how you're going to achieve something regarding your education, your career, where you want to go, what you want to do, your retirement. It's good to have the overall plan, but make sure that you're not overwhelming yourself. Okay, you can only do so much in a week, in a month, in a day, right? And then there's the Four of Pentacles. And on the bottom of the deck, you have the Ace of Pentacles. Good. All right. I'm glad I listened. I heard, look at the bottom. Okay. So there we go. Four of Pentacles, Ace of Pentacles. So, the Four of Pentacles, there could be a focus on saving, or maybe you're having to take something out of savings. But there's something here, I get someone's not fully disclosing something. It's like do tell, do share. There is this sort of energy with that of you have a few fours here now. A couple of fours. You have the Emperor, which is a four. You have the Four of Pentacles. You have even Death is 1, 3, and 4. So that's a 4. So you have a lot of threes too, which could be a sign of blessings too. So let's see. Ace of Pentacles. I mean, there's not much else to say about this Four of Pentacles. Surprisingly, it is Capricorn energy. It's like almost like you've maybe found what works as far as budgeting or your resources or something, or you're coming up with a new strategy as far as what will get you where you want to go, what's going to get you to that ultimate, to that Ace of Pentacles. Some of you are selling your things too, I'm picking up on. So selling either something you make, or going on one of the social marketing platforms social media that does sort of marketing too. So maybe something like that. But the Ace of Pentacles, that can be anything you really want it to be. It's like this. I look at it as sort of like a giant ray of sunshine too. It's an opportunity. Okay, this is new prosperity. This is promotion. It could be also you investing. Maybe you're instead of putting money in, maybe this person's even going to get take some money out. But it does look like they're making some sort of deposit. So maybe you're making a deposit on something, a home or an apartment, something like, well, a home is an apartment. But yeah, there's some sort of intriguing offer. There's like an offer coming in that's getting your attention. There's something that you are definitely considering. I'm getting. All right, let's see. What else do we have? Do we want to build on that? Are we building on this? Actually, I want to get some. We're going to go into this gold dust deck here and get clarification. Tell us more about the Ace of Pentacles. What is this Ace of Pentacles? Or really any area of this reading, because I feel like we definitely want clarification. You have divine timing. So someone in power intercedes on your behalf. What you want comes in divine timing. So this Ace of Pentacles could come in exactly when you need it. And also I'm getting like justice being served just in time. Like justice just in time. Like I'm also getting like your point is going to be proven for you with something. You have small wins. So pick battles big enough to matter and small enough to win. Success builds success. So gaining that momentum and building on your small wins to have these bigger wins overall, and be vigilant. So a new perspective's coming soon. Keep your eyes open and be ready to flow with the changes. Okay. I do want to go back to the unicorn card, and it's success, hope, freedom, healing, and magic are available if you believe and are vigilant and focus on the small wins and know that certain things are going to come in their own time. Okay, let's get some. I want to look into specific messages for entrepreneurs at this time. These are the success cards. Success cards. They have a lot of info on them. We're going to just get the one. Organizational structure. Interesting, because you have the Emperor. So these cards contain a quote and some advice that you take or leave. Of course, I'm not the professional here with that, but it's 100. Okay, it's 100. All right, the number is 100. So this is good. Organizational structure. You had the Emperor. That's all about organizational structure. So is justice, right? A lot of structure here. It's like discipline could really focusing on details could also really help. So structure is not just a means to a solution. It's also a principle and a passion. That's a quote by Marcel Breuer, an architect. So it says, creativity thrives in success, but success delights in structure. A system can only run smoothly as long as each component has a well-defined task. Establish a clear sense of rules, roles, and responsibilities increases efficiency and productivity. That makes more sense here with this Three of Pentacles and the Justice, how they came out like together almost. Did they? I think they did. And it's like I said, it's like your team. You know that saying, like, you're only as strong as your weakest link, or something like that. Chain is only as strong as its weakest link, or weakest link. So it's kind of like I said, what's the point of like being on a team if people aren't going to like be a team, like exercise teamwork. So there is this card kind of is talking about that. Like it's needing to have the rules, as I was getting before, I was getting rules and regulations over here with this too. And that's exactly what it is. It's like have those roles, rules, responsibilities. And it can even be ones you create for yourself, about yourself. Like maybe you're filling many roles, but like you're gonna to be disciplined in how you're going to go about something. Because as I said, I feel as though there are a lot of working parts, a lot of pieces to something. And so structure could certainly benefit you. So it says there are some questions to ponder. What type of organizational structure best suits you with one or many layers? Or is it, do you work better as a group or by yourself? That's something that I feel like as Libras, we have to, for whatever reason, we're having to think about that a lot. It's been coming up in readings. Who reports to whom for what tasks? How is authority distributed? How are activities coordinated? So that is specific to entrepreneurship. right? And then, is the structure clearly laid out and accessible for reference? So this is really getting clear on a plan, regardless of what it is. If it's, again, you looking and thinking about retirement, if it's you starting your own business, if it's you coming up with some sort of new health regimen, or yeah. So that's all right. Let's see. Are there any blocks here? Blocks. Are we blocking ourselves in some way? What do we need to focus on? Some of you, I almost feel like you're worried about your reputation, or putting yourself out there or something, or just what people will think. Okay. And you have risk here. It says success will find you. The odds are in your favor. I mean, your last reading had to do with success, your weekly reading. So it's all about success. And now you have this word again. So it's when you step out into the unknown that you truly start to live. Wow. And that's what your first, on the table, your first tarot was the Three of Wands. That's stepping out of that comfort zone. So fears are holding you back from reaching your fullest potential. You got to face some sort of fear here. There's no place for fear when it comes to this happening. And I feel for some of you, like when it comes to you manifesting what it is you want, and I feel like for some of you, you're like, I can't fail. Failure is not an option, but failure is always an option. It's always there, right? It's always a possibility, but risks are, they're risky. That's just it. Risks, the risk, we just don't know, but you do know if you don't take the risk, nothing's going to change. So there's a guarantee. Is that the guarantee you want? Do you want to be guaranteed to not be happy or to not like where you're at, right? So that's one way to look at it. And you have money manager. So expect positive financial changes in your life. This could have something to do with a financial advisor, accounting, any career in finance, banking, etc. Or it could be, again, a focus of yours. And it says your hard work is now paying off. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. It could take 6 months. I do sense that here. What else do we have? So this one is, it says rescuer. So someone in your life may help you get back on track. And then there's also something here about, as far as jobs, specific jobs that are coming into play here, maybe anything in the rescuing field, like firefighter, paramedic, there's animal rescue, any sort of heroic profession. I was getting something about heroes earlier in the reading and who you look up to. It says, don't be afraid to ask for help when you need it. Just don't give up. And there's also more advice here, like don't quit, take a break. Don't give up completely. Maybe just step back from something. Okay. And again, you do what you want with your life, obviously. But when I have be vigilant here at the top, in the center of your reading, you have that Ace of Pentacles. Let's remember that. Okay. I feel like that's it for that. What else do we have? Let's do this deck. All right. What else do we have for this reading for Libra? Help us clarify, please. Can't please everyone. Remember that, right? Might as well try to please yourself because you can't please everybody else, right? Might as well be happy. Out of work, need a job. So you're facing a significant setback in your career, leaving you with little to no income. While you're in a tough spot, use the time to reset your priorities and prepare to bounce back. Yeah, it's just like, again, I feel this part of a big part of this reading is preparing for your comeback or leveling up. And then you have spying eyes. Someone's keeping a close eye on you. Could be someone resenting your success, trying to steal ideas from your business, or simply someone evaluating you with the intention of collaborating. And you have the card of collaboration, Three of Pentacles. So that it could very well be that you have someone looking out, like, hey, maybe I'm considering Libra for this next thing I'm doing, or this next role. And you have misplaced focus. So this is your attention or efforts may be directed in the wrong way or toward the wrong activity or problem. So reassess where you're directing your attention and make the necessary adjustments. So I think adjustments are required with something, and that's a big part of what this reading is, maybe even perhaps why you're led to this reading, because things need to change. Something needs to change. All right, so yeah, and I'm with the death card there, the change is coming in, but it may involve some risk. The reward is going to require some sort of risk in some way, probably either an investment of time, money, resources, putting your heart into something. It's like, yeah, risk it for reward. You have wisdom. To focus on the past is to lose the future. Heed advice from an older person, which will allow you to move on. And you have love life. So affairs of the heart could cause problems. It says take heart. Oh, okay. But take heart, as difficult situations will be resolved by a good decision this week. Either you or someone else makes that good decision. And then you have care required. Guard yourself against deception and be careful of making foolish mistakes. Right? But it's a balance. Like, we don't want to then keep ourselves stuck or keep ourselves right where we are, which, by the way, doesn't mean you're stuck. Just keeping things the same doesn't mean you're stuck, right? And then you have say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. I did see the Page of Pentacles as an invitation, and I don't always see it, but so say yes to all the wonderful invitations coming your way. It's excellent networking opportunity, and there could be new love interests for those who are single, if that's what you want. I'd like to get you an animal card and then a numbers card. You have a lot of threes in this reading. So you have Bear here, Transcendence, card 19, solar plexus chakra, the I can, I will, and I do. As far as chakras, it's yellow in color. You're equipped to overcome any obstacles that are in your way. Don't back down. You have the strength and support to resolve this situation now. Something is on your side, because you have justice, you have Three of Pentacles, you have the Six of Swords. All of those cards you're being supported in some way. So you are getting some sort of necessary support in order to have a breakthrough, move forward with something, complete a task, get organized. All right. Let's see what else we have. It could be a support in by way of you creating structure for yourself too. And we have 5-5, 55. So things are shifting into a positive light, a sign of positive change. All right. So that's what I have for you. Please do check out your other readings, subscribe, and leave a thumbs up. It definitely helps. And if you are a member, thank you so much for your generosity and your support. Thank you.